Assalamu alaikum students. Hope you all are good at your home. I think you are anxiously waiting for your next session. Let us start your session. Before starting, let me recall what we have learned in last session. We learned about essential components of food and we have also learned how to test starch, proteins and fats in the given food materials. Now in this session we are going to learn about dietary fibers or roughages, water as a essential component, balanced diet and how to avoid junk food, why to avoid junk food, and the history of food and nutrition. Now you are seeing here some of the pictures where we see roughages are dietary fibers. Children, do you know what are roughages or dietary fibers? The components of food that are necessary for digestion in our body are called roughages or dietary fibers. Children, where do we find these roughages or dietary fibers? And what are the sources of these roughages? Now I see. We find roughages or dietary fibers in some fruits and vegetables. And vegetables like red gourd, bunch beans, lady's finger, boiled sweet potato, bran, shredded wheat, pumpkin, palak, peas, plain potato, cereals. Next, in fruits like pumpkin, not pumpkin, sorry, apples, berries, banana, papaya, oranges, or sweet limes. Children, do you know how can we identify these roughages or dietary fibers? To identify, we have to collect some vegetables in which we find roughages. Break them into pieces or crush them into pieces and you observe some fine strands or thread-like structures. These are nothing but roughages or dietary fibers. Children, we have a habit of eating some fruits with peels like guava, apples, grapes, and some fruits without peels like banana, sapota, orange, sweet lime. Some vegetables are used along with peels, especially in chutneys, but some vegetables without peels. Children, don't peel or discard outer layers of fruits or vegetables, which are very rich in nutrients. This peel contains fibers, but nowadays farmers are using pesticides which are very dangerous for our health. So children, we should wash fruits and vegetables with salt water thoroughly. Then only it is safe to eat. Now we go to the function of these roughages or dietary fibers. Why our body needs roughages or dietary fibers? Roughages are a kind of carbohydrates that our body fails to digest. But these dietary fibers help in free bowel movement in the digestive tract. And these roughages also prevent constipation. What is constipation? Means it is a situation where we find difficulty in passing stool or motion. Next we see water as a essential component. Water is also an essential component of food which is required for our body. Do you know, children, we also get water from fruits and vegetables. Most of the fruits and vegetables contain water. Vegetables like potatoes, beans, kheera, tomatoes, guavas are rich in water. Fruits like apples, papaya, oranges, sweet limes, and melons are rich in water. Children, why do we need water? We can't live without water. Water also helps the food to move easily in the digestive tract. Water also helps in many processes, so we must drink plenty of water. To prove this, you are having an experiment. To do this experiment, we need a cup of water, a piece of sponge, and a pipe. Take a piece of sponge and try to move it in a pipe. It moves with some difficulty. Now remove it from the pipe. Then dip the sponge in water and try to move it again in the pipe. Now it moves freely and smoothly. Like this, water helps in free movement of food in the digestive tract. Next, we go to balanced diet. What is a balanced diet? A diet containing food items having more of carbohydrates, proteins, along with a little of fat, vitamins, and minerals makes a balanced diet. Children, Children, how can we make our diet a balanced one? By taking plenty of fruits and vegetables, leafy vegetables, and then by taking green salads, vegetable foods like cereals, pulses, milk adequately. By taking cooking oils and animal food moderately. By taking a bit of fats like oil, ghee, butter, that is sparingly. Dry fruits like dates, plums, raisins, cashew nuts, pistachios, etc. keep us healthy. Scientists have found out that a balanced diet need not necessarily be costly. Everyone can afford it, even the poor, by taking simply rice, dal, roti, green vegetables, little oil, and jaggery. Balancing our diet with just different kinds of food is not enough, but it should be cooked in a proper way. You know, children, many nutrients are lost by overcooking, reheating many times, washing the vegetables, often cutting them into small pieces. Now we go for avoid junk food. Why should we avoid junk food? Children, it is better to avoid junk food because it damages our digestive system and it causes obesity, loss of appetite, and drowsiness, and it is very harmful to our health. So, we must and should avoid this junk food. Next, we go for history of food and nutrition. You know, children, before 170 years ago itself, there was a little scientific knowledge about nutrition. A French man named Lavoisier was the founder of modern science nutrition, whose contribution led to the ways to nutrition research. In the year 1752, James Lind discovered scurvy, which could be cured or prevented by eating fresh fruits and vegetables. In 19th century itself, it was known that the body obtains three substances, namely proteins, fats, and carbohydrates from the food. So, children, we will continue in our next lesson. We will continue this in or I will clarify doubts of this lesson in your online live class. Before that, you have to read thoroughly your textbook. Do this. Okay, children. Allah Hafiz.